Ramana Maharshi's words are deep and direct. My comments are intended to bring his deep words into your experience. Use YouTube's closed captions to read along. Now I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi, and this week we'll be covering Talk 110. Let me get it up on screen. An American lady, or excuse me, I moved. An American lady asked Bhagavan what his experience of Samadhi were. When suggested that she should relate her experiences and ask if they were right, she replied that Sri Bhagavan's experiences ought to be correct and should be known, whereas her own were unimportant. She thus wanted to know if Sri Bhagavan felt his body hot or cold in Samadhi, if he spent his first 3.5 years of his stay at Tiruvannamalai in prayers, and so on. The Maharshi responded, Samadhi transcends mind and speech and cannot be described. For example, the deep slumber cannot be described. Samadhi state can still less be explained. She says, but I know that I am unconscious in deep sleep. Maharshi says consciousness and unconsciousness are only modes of the mind. Samadhi transcends the mind. She says, still, you can say what it's like. And Maharshi says, you'll only know when you are in Samadhi. Now, to summarize the talk, the American woman wanted Ramana to tell her about Samadhi. Ramana says that it is beyond words, that it's not some object to be described in words, so he can't tell her. If you can't tell it, you must know it. She needs to find out for herself from her own direct experience. So, the American lady asked Ramana about his experiences of Samadhi. Ramana considered Samadhi to be an important aspect of spiritual practice and a means to attain the ultimate state of self-realization. In Advaita Vedanta, the true nature of the self is seen as identical with Brahman, the one ultimate reality that underlies all consciousness and existence. This realization brings about liberation from the idea of birth and death, known as moksha or nirvana. Maharshi saw Samadhi as a means to attain this realization, but he also emphasized that it's not the final state. He called the final state Sahaja Samadhi, or the natural state. In his teachings, he emphasized the importance of self-inquiry, which involves questioning the nature of yourself and seeking to realize its true nature through direct experience. Through self-inquiry, Ramana taught that you can realize the true nature of yourself and attain self-realization. This brings a permanent sense of peace and liberation. Ramana saw Samadhi as an important element of spiritual practice, but he also emphasized that what is most important is realizing the true nature of the self. Self-inquiry is the practice he usually recommended. The final state of self-realization is the goal of spiritual practice as taught by Ramana and in Advaita Vedanta. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now to help you deepen your understanding and practice to know the self. Just click the subscribe button.